Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience. And remember, if the body can't get sick, it can get well, so you don't have to be stuck. You really can thrive in your health, but, again, different choices that you're making every day. All right, so one of the big things that I love to talk about is on the alternative medicine side that I get fired up about is the fact that Chinese medicine and acupuncture has really come on strong. In our medical profession, even in my training in medical school, we saw a lot of acupuncture coming on. Matter of fact, it was part of the standard text, which I was pretty excited to see, just to see that side of it being brought in, accepted, part of it, studies being done, all of that. And even the studies that were done abroad on it that have been done over the years are being accepted by our systems to the point now where you're seeing acupuncture performed in hospitals, which is pretty cool. They use it for a lot of pain management now. But studies show that acupuncture reduces symptoms of menopause, and they don't really know how. That's the cool thing I love about it. It's like at the end of the day, it works, and you don't know how. It's like, osteopathic medicine and even chiropractic medicine use manipulations of the spine, and we have a science behind it, and osteopathic physicians have a little bit different take on it, but yet it gets to a similar result. And still, the ultimate theory is we still don't know completely why it works, but it just works. And it's just really, really a cool thing. I like when that happens, because at the end of the day, there is a lot we know in science, and there's a lot we know about the body. Pretty amazing. But there's a lot we don't know. And the hunt for that is cool, but also the fact the great physician made the body. In my opinion, there are things that the body just heals itself. It's pretty amazing. And we can implement some of these strategies that have been used for years and centuries, right? Like in Chinese medicine. Bottom line is they just say it works. So what's funny is many menopausal women complain the hot flashes is too mild a word for experience when they have the whole going from normal to feeling like they're burning up like a furnace. So sweating and rapid heartbeat, nausea, headache, dizziness, all of that, there's a dozen of things like hot flashes a day that can happen. In Chinese medicine, acupuncture is intended to affect what we call qi, or life energy. And that runs through the body along specific pathways that you can learn. The explanation does not really satisfy a lot of the modern scientists, though. They don't like that, but they can't argue with acupuncture's effectiveness, which can be proven with modern scientific methods to show the placebo effect was not behind acupuncture's apparent success. At least one study used the fake needles on half the women, like a placebo, and there was a definite difference. Okay, so it wasn't a placebo effect. The ones who got the real needles put on the real points are the ones that got the real results. So the cool thing is they try to do kind of a blind study with a placebo type situation, and the outcome was measured, and it was measurable, and they got the good results they were looking for. So great tips. Acupuncture is great. It's great for so many different things, from pain management, like I was talking about, hormones, and so many different stress reduction, adrenal issues, thyroid issues. They've got meridian points for every system in the body, so it can treat so much, and is definitely a therapy worth looking into if all else has really failed. A lot of times it works well. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call. If you're looking for a lifestyle provider, someone in your area that believes the same way we do, all this nutrition and lifestyle-based care we talk about, go to the website, InShapeNetwork.com, and you can find someone there that can help you get the help that you need. Very powerful. Let's go to the phones and talk to Doug. Hi, Doug.
I would like to know, is it all right to drink distilled water at all times?
The answer is yes. And distilled water is great. Matter of fact, some people say it's the best type because it's completely void of any minerals at all. The challenge is when you drink spring water and filtered water, there are inorganic minerals rather that are in there that technically the thought or theory is can build up in the body almost like some rusty old pipes. Okay. that it kind of builds up and begins to create sediment inside the vessels of the body, and that becomes a little bit of a challenge. And again, there's some different science behind that. Not really valid as far as evidence-based, but there's some theories behind it. So the body's pretty interesting. The quality of the foods we put in definitely matters, because the body can only handle so much. It can kick out toxins. It can deal with all that, but it can only handle so much, right? So one of the keys you have to look at is coming up with a way to really give the body what it needs. And I think one of the best ways to do that is with water, is to just make sure that it's pure, clean water, that it doesn't have, again, I'm not a big tap water fan. You need to filter it. There's a lot of chemicals in there. Even the Environmental Working Group, if you go to their website, there's over 200 chemicals in our water supply. And knowing that, it becomes a bit of a challenge. So you don't want to. You want to make sure you're doing everything you can to get good, clean, pure water. And distilled is fine. The big debate on distilled water is that it can potentially pull the good minerals out of your body, and you can eliminate those because it needs minerals. Water is attracted to it, and so you can actually pull those minerals out. And that's a possibility. But if you're getting a great diet, you're not really going to miss out on it, okay? So if you're getting plenty of fruits and vegetables coming in, drinking a lot of distilled water, it's not like it's going to yank out all your magnesium and potassium and everything else, sodium, and you're not going to have any left. It just doesn't work like that. So the body's pretty great at creating balance. My whole tip on water is this, is that I hope you're getting enough. Okay, my main goal for you, quality matters, but it's not like the alkaline water, which I know it's helpful. I get all that. I get hit with these emails constantly. Love you guys on the alkaline water. I really do. But I'm just telling you, I'm excited that you're drinking water. The fact that you're not drinking a bunch of sodas all the time and juice and sugary drinks and drinking half your body weight in ounces of water, that's one of the huge steps for optimal health. We'll be right back. Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
Welcome back to the show. You can check us out on the web. We're here for you. Help your health, empower your health, to take you to the next level, because it comes down to your lifestyle choices. It does. ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Do you know about it? Do you have it? Are you an adult and you had it? Have you had it your whole life? A lot of people have it and don't know it. And anxiety is another one. So these are two major brain-related conditions that so many people struggle with and are not even medicated for. And not that you have to be medicated for it if it's a mild case, but it's estimated that 25% of children with ADHD also have anxiety disorders of some kind. And they say keeping anxiety in check can be a challenge as we juggle ADHD, learning disabilities, and other co-occurring conditions. So there's some anxiety busters we use to help cope with going back to school and everyday life. So number one, you want to make a list. If you really want to stay ahead of this and not let it dominate your life if you deal with it. So a lot of ADHD people, anxiety stems from the fear of forgetting something. So checklists and notes help to put the mind at ease because they provide something tangible for you to actually have. So the little to-do list reminders on your phone or whatever, it's a great way to use to do that. You want to get up and do something about it. Preparing ahead of time can stop that thought and nags. So again, setting a schedule keeps you from feeling a little bit helpless and not getting things done, or the procrastination. So make preparations visible too, whether it's planning an outfit the day before or taping a list to the door. Being able to see your daily to-do list is a great reminder what we've done to control a situation in your life that keeps you from thinking that you're going to forget or be absent-minded about whatever it is in your life that's extremely important. And again, one of the things too, it's very important, is exercise. I think it's very important because nervous energy is a big part of ADHD. And if you deal with that, having an outlet is great. So riding a bike, going for a run, working out, whatever it is an added benefit of using that movement to really cut it down. We're talking about ADHD and what to do if you have it, ways to kind of combat it, which is a big deal. I mean, the medications, Ritalin and Adderall and a lot of these different medications, they're methamphetamine. I mean, they're uppers. And what they do is they stimulate the frontal lobe of the brain. They chill everything out, but they also allow you to focus so you're not scattered. So again, some people want to take the drugs, and some people don't want their kids to take it, and they want to manage it naturally. And there's a lot of things you can do naturally for ADHD. I mean, one of the big issues is you got to make sure you got enough omega-3 fatty acids. There's an omega-3 test that checks the omega-3, 6s, and 9s, and you've got to do that on a regular basis to kind of get a good overview of what that looks like. And that way you can kind of see what your numbers are. I would encourage you to do that just because with ADHD, it's vitally important to know those numbers. And then you can give the body kind of what it needs and make sure there's no deficiency with the omega-3s. So one of the other things too is you got to channel a lot of that nervous energy. So some people get into drawing, singing, writing, or acting to channel the nervous energy into some type of kind of an imaginative project that can help. Adjusting perspectives too. Oftentimes ADHD folks that deal with that take little part of a situation and put it under a microscope, getting it kind of OCD about it. And what you have to do is help them recognize that perspective is a little bit off and then help them. So a lot of times you can use communication, asking questions, listening, and thinking to help them kind of get off of that. And then talk to yourself too. Always remind kids that we always say, I don't talk to yourself. Talk to yourself, you're going to be down the loony bin, right? It's not the case at all. We all talk to ourselves. Self-talk is extremely important. And reminding yourselves that the anxiety is partly in the brains playing chemical tricks on them. If you let them know that, or even the ADHD has a chemical imbalance in the brain, it is, because that's what it is. And you can build that up naturally, is a big one. Now, you also want to talk to your doctor about it. So if you're not medicated for anything like this, not saying you have to be, but if you're having a lot of these symptoms that might be ADHD or anxiety, you just want to talk to your doctor about it so they know. And they can give you the different treatment plans. They can give you options. You don't just have to take one option. You can jump in and take any. I mean, you can kind of, hopefully they'll give you multiple ones, natural and both pharmaceutical, that can help you with managing the situation. It's a big deal. A lot of people, it can really disrupt their life in a big way. And finally, with ADHD, that's a big one. You're listening to On Call Radio, by the way. Check us out, InShapeNetwork.com. All of our original healthcare on demand, our healthcare providers, lifestyle providers, clinics, nutritional products, all the different topics and articles. If you're looking for anything, you look under topics, you can find the different articles that I've written on a lot of different various topics and health challenges and what to do about it. But yeah, finally, when you're struggling with ADHD and wanting to manage it in a great way, is laugh a lot. Finding humor in life's stressful situations is one of the greatest coping mechanisms that we have. Laughing at ourselves, our circumstances, our worries helps us to find balance and put it all back into perspective. So like ADHD, anxiety is a lot interwoven in what we do. In fact, many ways, separating ADHD from anxiety would be impossible. But learning to cope helps us find balance and overall happiness in life. So again, it's one of those deals that you make the best decision you can with who you are, with where you are, with what you have, with the decisions you've made, with the decisions you make moving forward, so you can really thrive. I mean, that's the key. You want to get into your sweet spot so you can really do well, take your talents and your gifts and your abilities, do something great with life. And again, at the end of the day, you want to make that a serious focus. And with ADHD, it puts you kind of scattered. So nutritionally, there's so much you can do to get your brain refocused And with anxiety, that comes down to GABA, one of the main neurotransmitters. There's so much nutritionally. I've got an entire article on that on our website. Go to InShapeNetwork.com and you can find all of that there. That can really be a great help to you, to encourage you, help you, support you, and get you the tools that you need for a higher quality of life. Because really, that's what it's all about. Coming up, more questions about your health. We're going to talk about a lot of great tips coming up, foods that are powerful when we come back. Are you ready to chow? It's time for Keto Chow. When it comes to eating healthy, the keto diet has become one of the nutrition leaders in optimizing health, losing unwanted weight, and reaching your health and wellness goals. No extravagant cooking, no long kitchen cleanup, and most importantly, especially for me, it's convenient. Just put quality Keto Chow powder in a bottle, add some heavy whipping cream or your favorite fat, a little water, and boom, shake it up and you're ready to chow. Keto Chow tastes amazing. So make Keto Chow easy for you and your family today with Keto Chow. Let's go chow. Visit Keto Chow online at ketochow.xyz. That's ketochow.xyz.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
Our All Health Digital Network is called In Shape Network. Why? Because getting in shape, living in shape is our goal. We want to help you mentally, physically. We want to help you nutritionally to get in shape, the best shape of your life. That's what it's all about. I mean, you want to live every day at the highest level that you can. We all do. And for some, it means just not having to take high blood pressure medication and maybe not having to take any meds and just to be pain-free and be able to move and walk and do what you want. For others, you want to tighten it up even more and you want to have ripped abs and you want to get lean, get rid of the spare tire, the hips and thighs, and want to have the body you had when you were 20. Okay? I mean, and that's possible. Many people do that. You can easily get that. Not easily. It takes work, but you can get it. And so I want to talk a little bit about that because I think once we get into a certain age of life, and a lot of times people get into their late 40s, 50s, it becomes a season that is really interesting. That I, as a physician, I see it with patients and I see it with just people I work with, clients that I work with, and all of that. It's really interesting because one of the keys you have to look at, and I find it interesting, is when you have ladies that talk about, well, you know, if I could just lose 10 pounds, I go, where do you want to be? I want to be 125. That's what it looked like when I was in college and I looked amazing and this, that, and the other. When I got married, I was weighing this and you should have seen me in my wedding dress and you just see them light up. But now I'm 50 and I'll just take, gosh, if I could be 140, I'll be okay. Cause I'm older now. And that's the funny thing. It's like, well, I'm older now. Like we just go through this season and your body can't get back to where it needs to be, or your body can't look a certain way, or all of that. And I just find it interesting that people get in the mindset like that you can't get your body where you want it, when the reality is that you can. The reality is that your body can get to where you want it if you want it to get there. It takes work, it takes discipline, it takes eating a certain way, all of that. It makes a huge difference. So you have to figure out ways to do that. And I want to talk about that a little bit because getting in shape, with In Shape University, our program, one of the keys that we emphasize on that is exercise, eating right, managing certain lifestyle choices. It's a step-by-step program that really helps you, In Shape University. and it helps you get in shape in multiple areas of your life. Well, one of the big keys for that I find is really interesting and is a big part of it is the hormonal part, the exercise part, and balancing everything. Because when, for example, if you want to lose the last 10, 15 pounds, a lot of times people will get to a point, they'll get to a stopping point, a plateau we call it, and they can't lose any more weight. And we get this all the time. We get people that say, hey, I do everything right. I exercise. I get my proper rest. I do my cardio. I eat healthy. I don't eat saturated fat, and I do the right amount of macronutrients, proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. I do all of that, and I still can't get my weight down. I can't get the last 15 pounds down. And that's the key. A lot of people say, well, it's just a struggle. But I'm telling you, there are some keys that you can follow to get the last 15 pounds down and really make it work. Okay, and we're going to go over those today. I think that's extremely important for you to know. To get in shape, part of InShape University, which is our entire system, it's a class, it's a university that you learn, literally it's going to school, learning how to live a healthy lifestyle and to get in shape and to be in the best shape of your life. That your lifestyle is medicine. It is. And so we have to make the right kind of choices. And we do that every single day. And no one can take responsibility for you but you. You have to do that. Okay, nobody can do that for you. All right, so here's some tips. All right, if you want to drop the last 10, I'd say 15 to 20 pounds. Then let's go through that. Number one, numero uno is making sure that you know your numbers. All right, number one. All right, what does that mean? It means knowing your blood work. Okay, so here's the deal. You know, we always talk about see your doctor. Go see your doctor before you start any kind of program. All right, so we all say that till we're blue in the face. A lot of practitioners say it to CYA on themselves, but I really believe it's important to do that for a lot of reasons. And I think that getting blood work done is first and essential. You need to know where you are, where your numbers are, where everything is. Because if not, then you're going to be in a place where it's a little bit of a challenge and you won't know. Meaning that you could have certain values and numbers that are off, and then if you're not doing anything about that or doing anything for that, then it can create some serious issues for you. So you want to figure out where you are, first of all. So you want to know things like, well, I'll tell you what, go to the website, InShape Network. When you're looking around for InShape University, go to InShape Network, and you'll see that. You'll see our entire layout there, but you can get blood tests done to figure out your nutritional deficiencies, where your hormones are, what's really going on with your blood, your different markers for various issues genetically. I mean, we've got all kinds of ways to do that. So you can check out the website on that. But know your numbers. That's first and foremost. Because what's amazing, and I learned this in medical school, like in the first year, and it just really took me back. The doctor said, the professor, he said that 80% of our body breaks down before we ever get our first symptom. And that really took me back for a minute, because think about it. If you want to get in shape, you want to be in the best shape of your life. You're like, man, stop all this stuff. I just want to take a pill and get ripped and get lean and tell me how much protein to take. It's not that simple. 80% of your body breaks down before you ever get your first symptoms. So that means that if you don't know your numbers, I don't care if you're 20 or 60, if you don't know your numbers and the body's breaking down into an area that you don't want it to be breaking down, then it's going to wreck your entire system. And it could be one of the main reasons that you're not hitting your goals. So the numbers will show you if there are any weak links. All right, that's number one. Number two is you got to make sure that you're eating in the right way, designed for your body type. Based on the blood work numbers, you'll know exactly how you need to eat, what you need to eat, and the supplementation that you need to take, because you really only want to be taking the things that you're deficient in. There are some basics like my foundational 4 that I think that everybody needs. That's a good whole food multivitamin, digestive enzymes, probiotics, and then also fish oil. And I really think cod liver oil is my favorite. But you can see that at our website. I've got all the articles and everything on that. Go to topics under InShape Network. But we're talking about getting in shape. And so one of the big keys when you're looking to lose the last 15 to 20 pounds is you want to make sure that you're eating the right foods, taking the right supplements that your body needs. That's where the blood work comes in. Now, there's another key to this. Your exercise. You may be exercising, doing what you like, but your body may respond to certain other types of exercise. For example, if you can't lose the last 15, 20 pounds, then you may be in a place where your body, let's say you're doing 30 minutes of cardio on an elliptical machine. Well, that may not work good for your body. You may need to be doing high intensity interval training, HIIT training, where you're doing sprints. That may work better for your body. So you have to kind of figure out what works best for you and then do that. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck. And otherwise, you're going to be not really getting the best benefit out of what you're looking to do, really. So you got to get into a better place where your body can function at a better level. And that is knowing your body. And that's why the numbers are so important. All right. The other is you want to cut out all the sweet drinks. It's non-negotiable. Sweet tea, soda, flavored sweetened drinks, all that needs to go. Sugar is just, it rips your metabolism. It's not going to help at all. It's going to keep you from reaching your goals, keep you from hitting all of your goals. It just is. So you want to cut those out tremendously. I mean, we drink so much sugar and don't even realize it each and every day. Your physical activity, I would shoot for, and this is important to get in shape, super important. If you want to get in shape, get lean, get ripped, and get the body that you want, I would say minimum 5 days a week. 5 days a week. Now, 150 minutes is what the guidelines are in the medical research right now to achieve a good result. 150 minutes of exercise every week. All right. If you're higher intensity, you can go 75 minutes, but you need 150 minutes to do anything. So this whole 3 day a week, 10 minutes, that's a bunch of bunk. Okay. Not going to happen. So you got to get out and hit the numbers. It's important. Okay. Now your calorie intake is another big one. Our portion sizes have just gotten way out of control. I mean, only America, only here can we come up with supersize. I mean, have you ever gone to Europe and seen a fast food type burger or whatever? They're about a third less the size than what we have here. Even the major chains, even the ones you're used to here, they're smaller over there. Okay. Everything's bigger over here in America. It is. And we have a weight issue in a big way. No pun intended on that. We do. So cut down your portion sizes, watch your calories. There's a whole ratio on how to get your calories. And I've got that whole calculator system set up at our website. Go to InShape Network. You can find it. Get with one of our coaches. They can kind of lead you through that to figure out exactly what your calories are. Because if your calories are not right and you're taking too many in and you're not burning enough, then you're going to gain weight or maintain weight. You're not going to get down to where your body needs. You're not going to cut and strip the fat. It's just not going to happen. You have to take in less than you're burning to get your body fat levels down to where it needs to be. Okay. And then finally, I want to talk about journaling. So writing it down. Now, the cool thing is now, knowing what your body needs, and you can get in shape and get the health, body, and look that you've always wanted. And if you're going to be here and be strong. Strong is the new thin, and strong is powerful. Did you know that you can listen to the ASA RX audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Connect with On Call Radio and watch On Call TV at InShapeNetwork.com.
Lines are open, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Welcome back to the show. Check us out on the web, InShapeNetwork.com. We're here for you each and every day. I've got all of our lifestyle coaches available, and then also our lifestyle providers. So we have clinics, our large main clinics are called the Center for Lifestyle Medicine, and you can always come visit us. As a matter of fact, we always invite you to come. Love to have you. Anytime you want to stop by. We're in Atlanta, Georgia. We've got a couple there, and then we've got one in the mountains. It's beautiful. We've got one down in that we're building in Florida. So, yeah, it's just a great place to have you stop by and get the help that you need. That's what we're here for each and every day. And we've got nutritional products on our website that are organic, and they just extremely high quality. And if you need help with those, just let us know. I mean, that's what we're here for. Let's go to the phones and talk to John. Hi, John.
I was wondering if knows about crop quality and how important it is, because he mentioned organic farming, and I I farmed organically myself.
I think it's great. I mean, organic farming is so vital for the things that we need, and it's where everything's headed. The cool thing about it is more people are buying it. So as more consumers are purchasing organic foods, then it's going to drop the prices, right? It's going to help the supply and demand. So the more we buy, the better. So I always encourage people to get on the bandwagon, go buy the foods, and you'll see a lot of the prices and all of that begin to drop down. So your health is extremely important. I think organic farming is just a cool thing. I grew up part of my life on a farm and experienced a lot of that. Watched and did the milking of the cows and collecting the eggs, and I did all that when I was a kid. And it was a really, really cool experience as a child to be able to do that and to see that process happen. So it was really, really a cool thing. But yeah, I would encourage you to keep doing it, because I think organic farming is just, it's so needed. And we connect with several farmers in the area that I live and get eggs and milk and the raw milk and that kind of thing. It's really a cool thing. I'm a goat milk guy. I like it. And so, yeah, listen, here's the deal. I would encourage you, as I'm sure you probably connect with a lot of the farmers markets in your area, to really plug in and do that, because so many people need what you do. Really do. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Don in Red River, Oklahoma says, is toothpaste really bad for you? Well, not all toothpaste is created equal. Remember, the chemicals, whatever you put inside your mouth or your skin, goes directly into the bloodstream. Okay. And your mouth even more. It's highly absorbable straight into the internal lining of the mouth. So if you've ever read traditional toothpaste, it says in a warning label, if you swallow this, contact your poison control center immediately. You ever thought about that? So whatever you put in your mouth is going into your body anyway. So why would you have to swallow it? Yet okay. So there's some chemicals in there that are a little bit challenging, and I'm not going to use any name brands, but I'm just saying, if you see that on the label, it might want to raise a little bit of an eyebrow, especially as you're giving it to your kids on a daily basis. I know I took it my whole life and never even realized it until I became a physician. I looked down and I was like, really? Why did I not ever see that? Of course, a lot of parents don't even know. You just think, well, it's a warning label, right? So what's the big deal? But it is a big deal. And I'm a big fan of organic toothpaste. I'm a big fan of organic personal care products, cutting out the chemicals, really weaning that down and not allowing that to be a part of your daily routine. You got to keep the chemicals out of the body, folks. It is extremely important. If you ever have any thoughts on it or you're curious about it, go to the Environmental Working Group. It's a government website, and it lists all these toxic chemicals that are in our food supply, water supply, personal care products, all of that. It's all there. It's amazing to kind of see what really is there. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. If you're looking for a lifestyle provider, that's a healthcare provider in your area that believes the same way we do, all this nutrition and lifestyle-based care we talk about, you can easily find that there at the website. Let's go to Jan. Hi, Jan.
I was calling about, I have too much protein in my kidneys. This is what the doctors have told me, and I would like to know what I can do about it.
I think the big thing with kidney health that you have to be concerned about is you just want to make sure that you're following a really good kidney-based diet. All right, your nephrologist hopefully has put you on one. You just want to keep the protein light, and probably they're going to give you a ratio for that. But I would do high-quality proteins. Make sure you're doing organic, and if you do fish and eggs, they're easier proteins to digest, higher quality. And the vegetable-based protein is really good, too. Pea protein is fantastic. So if you like things like peas, black-eyed peas, or chickpeas, any of those are great sources of protein that will give you all the amino acids that you need, but not be hard on the kidneys. You know, the kidneys are the main filtration system in the body, so you really want to do everything you can to support them in a big way. And so your eating habits are going to make a big difference overall. And that's one of the best tools. So I would definitely have a dietitian of some kind that has a strong kidney-based protocol system that they've worked with for a while. And they've been trained in it, because you need someone to help you. Don't just let them give you a sheet of paper and just go home and try to figure it out. You don't want to do that. You really want to have somebody that's trained, that knows. If you need help, go to our website. Go to InShapeNetwork.com. We've got lifestyle providers all around the country that can help, and just go and we can see if we can connect you with somebody. Puts another hour in the charts. I want to thank our producer, Jay Patrick, engineer John Garrison, and the rest of the team. Go tell one person something you learned on the show. Together, we can transform the health of our friends, our families, and our communities. You're listening to the show that helps you get well, stay well, and live well.
Did you know you could listen to the ASA RX audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over, but check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the ASA RX audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.